Alright, so I'm going to show how to open up and disassemble this HP Envy x360 convertible PC. The model number is 13-Y034CL. Okay, so first what you want to do is get a T5 screwdriver and remove all the screws from the bottom. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, once you remove those 8 screws, you'll probably need a pry tool or some strong fingernails, but basically at the bottom where there's only the 2 screws here, you'll have to pry this part out. Be careful not to push on the trackpad. So what I do is I use my fingernails and then I kind of just get between the layer and then kind of push with my thumb while I kind of pull with my fingernails. Alright, this one's a little tricky because the trackpad sticks out kind of far. So let me see if I can do this still. Okay. Oh, so if you can't get the front here, you can start with the side and then kind of slide your fingernail or pry tool around just like that. Okay, and then it will come up like this. Alright, if you don't have that, you can use a pry tool, something flat. I don't know if you can see, like this, and then you can just get in and then pry it like this. Okay, just like that. So you can see, once you get that out, you can lift this up at an angle and then just wiggle it and pull it towards yourself. Okay, just like that. Okay, so there you go. That's what the bottom inside of the cover looks like. Alright, now you gotta remove the battery. So there's some screws holding it down. I already took them out, but there's one screw up here, second screw here, third screw here, and then a fourth screw down here. Once you do that, you need to undo the speaker cables because they're kind of going over the battery. So to disconnect the battery here, there's the little tabs. Just use your fingernails or pry tools and kind of just wiggle it out just like that at the wings. Okay, so that's how you disconnect the battery. Usually after disconnecting the battery, I would hold the power button for a few seconds. So open the laptop slightly and then hold the power button. Right, just to make sure there's no power left in the computer. Okay. Alright. Once you do that, again, you have to remove the speaker cables. So just go on the connectors and then kind of just wiggle it just like that. Alright. And then again with this speaker, do the same thing. Just wiggle it and then route it out and away from the battery. Okay. Once you do that, you can lift from any edge and then kind of lift it at an angle like this, and you can take the battery out. So the battery for this is, the model is PK03XL, okay, just in case you need to replace your battery. Clean some dust off of this thing, it's pretty dusty. Okay, set the battery aside. Alright, then we're going to have to remove everything else. So here you can see there's the CMOS battery here. I'm probably going to keep it connected. So CMOS battery, just get underneath and pry it up. Pry slowly and the adhesive should slowly peel off, just like that. Okay. The speakers, for what I'm going to do, I don't need to take them out, but there are screws holding it in, so if you need to take it out, you'll have to remove those. But I'm removing the keyboard to replace it. So what you want to do next is disconnect all the connectors. So here's the keyboard backlight connector. Just remove it like that. Alright. Then you got the keyboard connector here. Alright, same thing except there's a foam here, so you want to peel the foam away. And then once you peel the foam away, you can lift up the little lever or the latch. Alright, and then you can pull the keyboard connector out. Might have to peel it off completely, it's in the way. Okay, peel that foam out of the way. Alright, put the lever back up, the latch, and then you can wiggle this out. Then you got the trackpad connector here. Alright, remove that as well. Alright, underneath here is the RAM. I don't know if it's removable, so I'm going to open it and check. You basically just pry underneath this metal piece, just like that. Alright, so the RAM is soldered to the board. You can't upgrade it, so that sucks. But yeah. Alright, let's put that back. Okay, just like that. Alright, and then you got to remove this connector here for the SD card slot, SD card reader. Alright, flip that latch up and then wiggle this out. Alright, there we go. And then we got to remove all the screws. There's also one more connector up here. I'm not sure what that's for. I think it's for the buttons on the top, but yeah. So let me check. I guess I'll see when I take out the keyboard. Yeah, we'll see what it's for once I take out the whole motherboard. Okay, so then we gotta take out all the screws here. So, well, we can take out the antennas first for the wireless card. So just go near the tail and then kind of pry it up. Okay, don't pry up towards the front or you'll damage it. You want to pry at the back of the tail as close as you can. Alright, there you go. So it looks like we'll have to take the wireless card out as well. So we'll take out the screw here, holding this board in place. Try and keep the screws in order because they are all different sizes and shapes. Okay. It looks like I don't need to take the wireless card or the SSD out. The SSD here is a M.2, it looks like. I don't know if it's... Oh, it is PCIe NVMe. So this laptop uses PCIe NVMe SSD, M.2 SSD. Most likely it supports SATA as well, but these types are faster. So if you're going to replace it with the same type. Okay. Alright, then we'll take that screw out as well. We'll have to undo the LCD connector, so flip up this latch. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Alright, this one, it's kind of tough because this hinge cover's in the way, so I don't know if you'll be able to remove this. But once you undo that latch, you should be able to pull the board away later. Alright, and then there's also the connector here for the charge port, so you want to pull that out as well. Again, just use the little wings and then pull it back. Alright. As you can see, I don't really need too many tools, just the screwdriver and my fingernails. So if you're going to attempt this, you can just, instead of buying tools, you can just let your nails grow out for a while. But yeah, so, okay, then you got to remove the screws for the fan. There's one here. I think that might be all that's holding this down. Let's see here. There's no screw underneath this tape, it feels like. Okay. Oh, it's sticky underneath, I think, because they spilled something. Okay, let's see here. That port sticks out, and this port doesn't. So, most likely you'll have to lift it up from this side. So, but it's stuck here. Oh, I think it's just the tape. So this tape, I think, is sticking down to the edge. So if it's stuck too much, you can actually peel the tape up. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to peel this tape off. Okay, so this tape is kind of holding it down to the frame. So I'm going to peel that off. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. There we go. Right, there we go. Peel up that tape. So you don't really have to peel the whole tape off, you just have to peel this edge away from the frame. Okay, just so it's no longer sticking it down. Alright, there we go. So now I can see actually this piece is moving a lot more. Oh, there's also, it's sticking to the board. I think something they spilled on it is underneath. Okay, so as you can see, this is lifting up. Let me see, is there another screw here or anything? Doesn't look like it. Okay, something is holding this board down. These screws aren't, it's moving. So, is there another screw for the fan somewhere here? Let's see here. Peel up this tape. I don't think there... Oh, okay, there is a screw here. So you will have to peel up this adhesive just so you can get this screw out. Okay. I don't know why they put that there, but yep. Okay, so remove that. Alright, once you got that out, hopefully it will come up now. Let's see. Yeah, okay, there we go. I don't know why they like to hide screws under stuff. So this piece, it sticks out slightly into the case, so you're going to have to lift from this side first, most likely. So we'll pull this board slightly forward so we can get the LCD connector out from this. It looks like they put an adhesive on it as well, so that's going to be kind of annoying. Alright, let's see here. So this connector, you're going to want to lift it up. One tool you can use is toothpicks, because they're non-conductive, so you can kind of go underneath, get the adhesive off. Right. Man, this thing's really stuck in there. Okay. You should be able to lift the connector up and out. It's stuck pretty strongly. Just be careful and gentle with it. Alright. It's really stuck, so I'm going to have to kind of lean the board forward up more. Okay, that's working. There we go. So if it's stuck, if you can't pull the cable this way, then tilt the board forward if you can. Alright, there might be another screw somewhere here because it feels like it's stuck. Let's see. So it is, okay, it is coming out. Alright, so just be careful and work slowly. And there you go. The logic board or the motherboard is out. So as you can see, all these parts are stuck into the logic board itself for the trackpad and the wireless card, so you don't have to remove those. And then the fan is just held with the little adhesives after you take the two screws out. Okay, so there's that. Alright, at least they didn't put adhesive to hold these other cables down to this metal plate. But yeah, now we're gonna have to remove all these little screws holding this metal plate in. So it looks like you'll need a pretty small screwdriver, most likely a P00, double zero. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this cable here is for the audio jack, if you were wondering. Okay, so now we're going to remove all the screws from here. Okay, let me see from the other keyboard. So here you can see the replacement keyboard. There are screws underneath this cable, so you will have to kind of move it out of the way to get those screws out or peel it up. So let's peel this cable up. I'm going to take out the touchpad cable just so I don't accidentally damage it. Okay, and then set that aside, just like that. Alright, let's peel this up. Okay, so here you can see all the screws underneath. And now we're just going to go through and remove all the screws. Okay, all these screws should be the same size, so probably don't have to worry, but I like to keep them in order anyways, so that's why I kind of take a little time setting them aside instead of just throwing them all in a pile. Okay. Go. So you pretty much get the idea, but this is pretty much going to be the rest of the video, me taking out the screws. I think these metal plates, they get transferred over, so we'll see from there. Okay, so just take all the screws out from the keyboard. I don't think you really need to watch the rest of this, but yeah. So if you're replacing your keyboard, just go ahead and remove all the screws. You probably don't need to really watch what I'm doing, but yeah, just go through and get all the screws out. Oh. Okay. And make sure you use the right size screwdriver. You don't want to use the wrong screwdriver and then strip one of these screws and then you're going to be stuck. Or you'll be screwed. Yeah. Okay, so just keep doing that. This is probably super boring to watch, so yeah, I wouldn't mind if you close the video now. Alright, just continue removing all the screws. There's no screws underneath these cables. Alright, so let's see if this metal plate comes out. You might want to keep in mind where the metal plates are. So when you replace them, see it comes out like that. Alright, just make sure that you keep in mind where it came from, so you know where to put it back, or you can take a look at the video. But yeah, alright, I'm just going to keep removing all these screws. This is almost as annoying as the MacBook keyboards. The newer MacBook keyboards are all riveted in, so you might as well change the whole assembly, but it depends how much you want to spend. Okay. Time-wise versus money-wise. Okay, here we go. Jeez, there's so many screws in this thing. I don't know if I should count them all. There's a lot. I'll count them after I take them all out, and then. Oh, almost there. 2 more rows. So I'm not going to show the reinstallation process because it's basically just putting all these screws back in. You can basically just watch this video in reverse if there's a way to do that. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. I just want to make sure that you can remove the keyboard after taking all these screws out. There might be some extra steps, but I just want to confirm. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's not a screw. So this one's just a metal post. It's kind of hard to see. They're so tiny. Alright, last row of screws. Hopefully that's pretty much it and the keyboard comes out. Let's see here. So I lift from the bottom. Alright, yep, and it does come out. So this metal plate, of course, you want to transfer that over as well. But that's pretty much it for removing the keyboard. Pretty much, if you want, brush the back side of this with a toothbrush to get all the dust out. And then after that, just put back the other keyboard and put all the screws back same way you took them out. Alright, hopefully this video helped you. If it did, please like and subscribe because that'll help me. And thank you for watching. Bye.